y'all, Love and Hip Hop comes on tonight. It'll actually be coming on very soon, 7 p.m. I'm very excited, cannot wait to watch it. And I'll give you guys a stay tuned and keep you informed on all the stuff that's going down. Check me out. Also, I just want to give a shout out real quick to my people Mosby. And I also would like to give a shout out to Sam, aka Kid Miley. Hey y'all, Love and Hip Hop comes on tonight. It'll actually be coming on very soon, 7 p.m. I'm very excited, cannot wait to watch it. And I'll give you guys a stay tuned and keep you informed on all the stuff that's going down. Check me out with your girls and Angel Marina.
Okay, so I just got done watching the very first, the clip of season 2, episode 4 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And the first thing I see is Momma Dee and Scrappy there having a conversation. They're talking about everything, and Momma Dee is just she's just weird. She pretty much states that, you know, she don't feel like it's okay that Erica disrespected her. But Scrappy, I guess he really do love her. I mean, he stated that they break up for like 3 or 4 days and then they're back together again because, for God's sakes, he loves her. Scrappy pretty much lets his mom know that that's his woman. He loves her. That's who he's gonna marry, and that's pretty much the end of that. There's nothing more that Momma Dee can do at this time. That's who Scrappy is going to be with. So that's just what it is. In the next scene, there was Don, there was Joselyn. They were talking, having a conversation. But Joselyn, she still has her own, you know, her own mind, her own ideas. But it's still like, okay, what are you going to do? Like, because you are really, I feel like personally she messing up by listening to her. She needs to finish doing her thing, but they need to get on a more artist-manager relationship. Mimi and K. Michelle, they get together at K. Michelle's crib. They conversate, they talk. Okay, so first, K. Michelle, I guess she's dating this dude who has a big wang or whatever, and she can't have sex with him because I guess she's scared or whatever. And to me, it's a game. But Mimi, she tells K. Michelle that she's seen his friend from a while back and they're now dating. So it's been about a week, and I'm sure last week you was just like washing dishes at CBJ's house 2 weeks ago, max. And now you're in a new relationship. Now, I understand that it's a guy from your past, that's cool, but do you always have to be in a relationship? Like, can you find out who you are first and then, you know, get in a relationship? Because it's ridiculous that you're just hopping back and forth in these different relationships. You don't always need someone. Like, I just feel like she needs people. But anyways, stay tuned. I'll let you all know what happens when the next scene of Love and Hip Hop comes on. Okay, YouTube, so I am back from the commercial break, and things are getting really weird. So first off, Erica and Scrappy have a conversation, and Erica, she feels as if Scrappy is not going to be there for her like she wants him to. She still thinks, I guess he's a little boy still, so she quote-unquote pumped the brakes, and they are holding off on the wedding, but they're still engaged though. And it's pretty much because does not believe that Scrappy will be there for her. You know, Erica thinks that Mama comes first always. In the next scene, Tracy and Drew. This is hilarious. They're single, whatever. That girl Tracy is in love with Drew. Like, she's in love with him. Like, I know. If y'all don't see it, you are blind. Seriously. But they were just pretty much talking, and he pretty much was like, yeah, I need an answer, like, now. Like, she was like, I'll give it some time. You need some time to think it over. Maybe I'll say yes. I'll give you the money for it. He was like, well, I need a decision, like, right now. Like, make a decision. He's like, let's do the head bob. And they did the yes, and she said, okay, you can do it. And then he ran up to her and gave her this hug, and she's just like, butterflies inside. I see it all over her face. Yes. And you see it too. And so pretty much she just, yeah, but she wants to say so and who's hiring, because she doesn't want groupie bitches. She doesn't want groupie bitches working with them, and it's just like, why does it matter? Get your money, don't worry about who's working up in the air. They work for you, doesn't matter. They work for you, you run that. So why does it matter who works? You can hire and fire. You don't like them, fire them then. Give them a chance. Who knows, they might become your best friend, but you only gonna not like them if they like Drew. So we'll see how that plays out. So Joselyn and Stevie J, they have a talk, and of course in their one-on-one conversation, and Joselyn starts crying and stuff, sounding like a guy. Like she is, oh my god, that is just hilarious to me. She's always crying. No, I don't know. Like, why are you always crying? Why are you always crying? Just stop. So annoying. But pretty much Stevie J, I seen a side of him that I don't think I ever seen before. He had his little glasses on, like, I bought the contract for you, let's do some business, I got a new single for you that what are you doing? This is not Stevie J I know. But Joselyn, that's when she started crying. I guess she didn't believe him, this, that, and the other. But we will see how the rest of this plays out, and I'll let you all know what's good on the next commercial break. Okay, so I'm back from the so I'm back from the watching the last scene from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 2 episode 4. Okay, so Scrappy and Kirk, they meet up, okay, and they meet up at a strip club, and they talk about, you know, relationship and stuff like that, and Kirk, he just so gay to me. He's just so gay to me. Like, anyways, he's just rocking his hat all backwards with his little earrings in his ear, like, I'm hood. No, I just don't think so. But he give him some advice. He's like, with his hat backwards and all his red and stuff on, when I see Erica, she glows when we talk about marriage. Like, why are you talking like that? Anyways, so from there, why is Stevie J and Joselyn humping, like, and you see it? Like, why? Don't nobody want to see that. That is just the worst. I'm just looking like, I'm gonna close my eyes because don't nobody want to see that at all. But yeah, so they getting it in, and so Joselyn, she tells Stevie J that Benzino pretty much told Carly that they got it in. You know, they got it popping. And Stevie J is like, well, I'm gonna have to holler at him about that. I have to holler at him. We're gonna have to have a conversation, me and him. So that's what he's going to do. Kirk and Michelle. This is ridiculous. So Kirk, he goes and makes a surprise visit for at the studio with K Michelle. He ends up, you know, talking to her and stuff like that, and they end up arguing because Kirk pretty much comes out like, look, don't touch Rashida again, period. Like, he just, you know, he kind of like, it said more forceful than that. It was like, to a point where I would have been like, hold on, who you talking to? I do what I want to do. And that's pretty much what she did. She got defensive, and then she started talking to him and her, and she said, whatever, you know, Kirk, you and Rashida lesbians relationship, like, that is funny. And she just kept calling him a girl and calling him names and stuff, and he was getting mad. He was like, our lesbian relationship. And after he understood what she was saying, I'm cracking up, of course, because this was all absolutely hilarious to me. And so pretty much, you know, he just told her, like, threatened her, I mean, because he was pissed like a girl. But he pretty much was like, yeah, you know, touch Rashida again, you will not, I repeat, you will not walk the streets of Atlanta. And she just like, dude, Cabbage Patch Kids are scared of you, not me. Well, stay tuned in, and I will let you all know what happens next. This is funny. So what happens first is Stevie J, he shows up with Joselyn to this. Stevie J pretty much shows up with Joselyn, and they show up together at this, it's like a parking lot, like a car lot, and they meet up with Benzino, and pretty much he just confronts him kind of straight up, like, you know, Carly Redd is here telling her that, you know what I'm saying, that you say you smashed her. And Benzino, he wasn't answering the question. He was like, dude, I'm not going to entertain this. And it was like, Jocelyn's like, well, did you? And then he was like, dude, you know, what are you talking about? I don't have to answer to you. And Jocelyn's like, well, like, what the hell? You know, why aren't you just answering? Just say yes or no. But you tell her that you did this. I guess he just never answered. And so she was just, like, heated. And so, you know, she was like, why are you texting me at 6 o'clock in the morning then? And he was like, what? When? And then she, like, showed him the message. She showed Stevie J the message. And she was like, it just said, hi, you know, like it's Zeno or something like that. And so, you know, pretty much they just got the argument back and forth. She was calling him grandpa and, you know, names like that. He was calling her a prostitute and escort. And Stevie J is funny. He was like, he was like, why would I want to sleep with a prostitute? And Stevie J was like, she's not a prostitute no more. She was back then, but she's not no more. I'm like, what the, why are you, this is funny. And so pretty much, you know, they got into a huge argument. Joselyn, she got in the car. She was like, whatever, you know, F you, this, that, and the other. And then she called him a B word too, you know, so that's why Zeno's upset too, because she was like, he's like, I never have, you know, somebody here disrespecting you, and you got her here disrespecting me. So him and Stevie J, they have a personal conversation, and I guess they're not brothers anymore. But Stevie J is like, what you texting my girl at 6 o'clock in the morning for? It's like, I thought I had a brotherly relationship with her. No. What are you doing? You're sounding kind of guilty right now. Why are you texting this girl at 6 o'clock in the morning? Why did you tell Carly Redd that you smashed? All of this is ridiculous. There's no reason that you should have done that. But you did it, and now you done messed up, because Stevie J, he's just like, I don't believe you, and I don't need people like that in my life who's just going to, you know, jack it down and pretty much just pretty much just jack it down. And so they got into you know, it was just, he left. Stevie J just left, and that was pretty much the end of that scene. And yeah, Benzino is really upset, but I'll let you all know what's good when it comes back on. Okay, so K. Michelle goes with Mimi to go see, I believe, like a gynecologist or whatever, because of the issue with her area or whatever, her broken vajayjay, as she calls it. And so they're in the waiting room, and so K. Michelle, she started talking about, you know, Kirk and stuff like that, and Rashida and everything that had happened. And Mimi is like, to me it seemed like she's like shaking, like she's about to get ready and lose it on K. Michelle, like for real, like everything always is about you. Why is everything about you? She's, to me, trying to be drama free, trying to not have all of that. And K. Michelle, to me, it seems like Mimi believes that K. Michelle is just a starter and just starts crap all the time, and she's just real irritated with her, everything that she stands for, everything that she does. And so they ended up getting called into the room, and the gynecologist checked her and everything, and everything seemed like she was fine down there. And he was just like, you know, why don't you just go and find somebody that you think that you may like? And she's just like, you know, real picky, I guess. I don't know why, but she is. And so she's just talking about all of this stuff, and he tells her to go on eHarmony, and she's just like, you're insulting me, go on eHarmony. Go on eHarmony. Tracy, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm saying she crazy as a mugger. That girl is insane. She really, 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 really is in love with this Drew character. Now, she needs to get it together, because, okay, she showed up at Drew's house unexpected. He had the door closed. She's banging on the door with the check, and he didn't really want to let her in. And so she's like, what's going on? What you do? She comes to the house, and she's like, what's going on? Why you want to open up the door? He's like, well, you know, if you got company. She's like, oh, you got company? Where the microwavable bitch at? Where's she at? She goes and look for her. Oh, there she goes on the couch. Oh, there goes another one, just a pop it or whatever she's saying. She's just going off, and then she's starting to snap, and then she's trying to fight the girl. And then Drew's like, what is wrong with you? Sit down. I'm not even, we're not even together. Why are you doing this? And she's just like, nah. time. She just starts crying and like, why are you crying? That's not your man. You're not a family. You have a child with him. You guys, I just don't understand why this is such a big deal. Like, just move on, Tracy, for real, because you are a pretty girl. You can do it. Drew, he fine, but come on, for real. Like, he is fine, but like, it's not that serious. I'm serious. It's not that serious. But anyways, I'll let you all know what happens when the commercial comes back on. So last and finally, DJ Tracy and DJ Baby Drew, they had this final conversation, and you know, she's, you know, telling him that she's like, you think I want to be a baby mama? Like, you think I want to be a baby mama? He's like, you think I want a baby mama? Like, oh. Oh, dang. Just went in. But he told her, like, pretty much, his ultimatum, either give me the money for that, for this boutique, or I'm going on tour. Which that's what that means. So that's when she starts crying, saying all of this stuff. And then she didn't give him the check. I'm positive that she probably is, though. And so that's pretty much how it ended. It was a cracking episode. I loved it a lot. Stay tuned. Make sure y'all watch me. Make sure y'all watch my other videos as well. If y'all want to just start requesting videos of anything of that sort, please do not be afraid to email me. All my information is below. I do respond. Holler at me once again. I want to give a shout out to my people's kid Milo, aka Sam, and Jean Mosby. Look them up on Twitter, Instagram, and all of that other good stuff. Holla at me. It's your girl Angel Vondrina.